Hello, hi. A little bit late tonight, but here we are. Thank you for hanging on there. I can see a few of you coming in. I'm just trying to make my screen a little bit bigger. It's a bit different. Something has changed with Facebook, so I'm just trying to make myself. All right, there we are. So hello. Sending lots of love and light and healing to everyone who is watching tonight. I can see you all coming on. I've been watching your little comments. Michelle is watching on both pages. I think Michelle was on the Shell Price Lightworker and also on Spiritual Events Directory. So thank you so much for jumping in. I really appreciate you all being here. Oh, Lisa Marie Wicks, newbie. Lisa Marie Wicks, let me know, Lisa Marie, if there's anything in particular you would like me to have a look at. We have a newbie, which is awesome. Ben Thompson, hello. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah, I think, Ben, you were on our joint Facebook Live the other night. I'm pretty sure. I did see you across there. So if you are coming on now, I do have these new decks if you haven't seen those already. So I've got a couple of newbies. One of them is Sacred Earth Oracle. That's Tony Carmine Salerno. And I feel like my camera may be facing a little high at the moment. Let me just see if I can put that down a little bit. Okay. Still a little bit high. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so Angel Answers is the other one. Now, if you have yes/no questions that you need answered, this also gives you, it's a little bit like a pendulum, really. Also gives you time frames and stuff like that. So that's really great. By Radley Valentine. So some of my clients actually have these cards, my mentorship clients. And we've got some new clients popping up doing static Facebook card draws and things. So I introduced someone else who's coming on this week. So if you haven't liked my page, Michelle Price, the Lightworker, please do. And that would be amazing. Now, Lisa Marie, I'm going to do something for yourself. So I don't know whether Lisa Marie, good morning and good evening, depending on where you are in the world, has re-messaged. But Lisa Marie, if there is anything you are after, let me know, hun, and I can draw specifically around that. Otherwise, I might just do a few general cards if not. But if you do have questions you need answered, let me know, because I do have the Angel Answers cards here, and I can get yes, no's and time frames and all sorts of things from there. All right, Michelle Talbot, hello. Joey Rainbow Love, what a fabulous name. Holly Watson, yes, let me come to you. Now I'm going to start writing names down, so let me know if there is anything for you that you need. Holly Watson, so there's nothing there specific, Holly, so I'll just put down general. So it's going to come to a few people. Oh, Lisa Marie's on this page as well. Okay, so Lisa Marie may have messaged me over here as well. So just going to have a look through. Kelly, hello. Mary. Not writing all these names down. I'm just repeating the names. Beautiful. Ben Thompson, putting you on my list, mate. Putting you on the list. Now, this is a new deck as well, Ben, that I've got in my hot little hand here. So these are the Angels and Ancestors. Kyle Gray is amazing at making oracle cards. I highly recommend. So Kyle Gray, I'm just going to drop him on the floor. He uses a lot of the shamanic type stuff. So I'm just going to put new deck down, Ben, and we'll see where I'm drawn to with you. Beautiful, Judy. Yes, they are beautiful, aren't they? Judy, I'm going to put you down as well. So I'm just writing down a few names just to kick things off, and then I'll get started. New deck. It's nice when you use a new deck. It's the energy is lovely there. Rochelle Coucher, I think that's how you pronounce your name, Rochelle Coucher. And everyone who's coming on, I'm sending you lots of love and light. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I know that all of you, need some guidance, and I will come to as many people as I can. So I'm just going to kind of madly scroll Samantha Love down to the bottom. Beautiful. Julie, Rosie Miller, lovely to see your name pop up. Reading would be great. Faye, just going to put you down. Now, Faye Storley, so just let me know, feedback-wise, if I'm on track and that sort of thing. So general, a few generals, not a lot of questions coming through, but if there are questions, then absolutely let me know, and I will put those down. No, I feel like the comments are kind of the same at the moment, which is really interesting. So usually they should be Spiritual Events Directory sort of comments, but I don't know that I'm seeing any comments on Spiritual Events Directory at the moment, because the comments seem to be the same, and that should be on my Facebook page. So that's that is interesting. Let me just make sure that I've got the right page up here, but it should be. Oh, okay, that's right. There we are. I'm on the wrong page. Okay, so apologies. Hi, Natalie. Apologies. Oh, career advice, Natalie. All right, so I was looking at 2 spiritual events directory pages and I thought, my God, all the same people are on both pages. Ha ha ha, how funny. Apologies for that. Now, Dad, career advice. Natalie, I will do that for you. Let me just put you on my list. Natalie's watching on my page. Hello to everyone who is watching on my page. Now I can actually see your comments. It's making a huge difference for me. So that is awesome. Hi, Danny. How you going? Isn't that funny? I had both pages. I don't know why. I was like, both pages, spiritual events directory. I'm like, oh, okay, there we are. So welcome to the show. I am going to do a little bit of oracle card reading tonight. So anything you have questions around, let me know. I love questions because we've got the angel answers for crying out loud. I mean, we might as well get some answers. Also got the pendulum and that sort of thing here too. So I can do yes, no's, maybes, all of that sort of stuff too. But Lisa Marie, I'm just going to come to you first. So you're a bit of a newbie. I'm going to use these beautiful Kyle Gray angels and ancestors with you. So let's just see what pops out there. These are a little bit higher vibrational and they can show me spirit guides and all that sort of stuff. So just going to use those for you just to kick things off. And I'm coming to Holly, then Ben, Judy, Rochelle, Faye, and Natalie so far. So if there's anyone else who wants to get a little bit of a reading or a little bit of guidance, then please let me know and I'll come to as many of you as possible. Victoria, I've just seen your name, Marcellus, Victoria Marcellus, popping you down. So we'll do the romance angels for Victoria. She's got some relationship things going on. So just putting romance angels down as a note. So you are on my list. So if I mention your name, please stick around because I do like to get feedback and just know that I am on track. Now, Lisa Marie Wicks, a bit of a newbie. Now, Lisa Marie, for some reason, I'm feeling a real heart situation here. I don't know if that's physical, but it's just heavy in the heart. It's almost painful for me. So just watching the heart, that can be heartbreak and that sort of thing. But it's sort of heart and then creeping up into the upper chest. So just watch that. It could be like a cough or something like that. But that's what I'm feeling physically as I step into your energy. So definitely watch that. I do feel a little bit short of breath, I do want to say. Now, warrior, past into now. This is a real Maori sort of indigenous, connection here. So that's past into now. That is be strong, so showing your strength. The jade is very healing. It's also connected to heart. So it's interesting because I came right to the heart with you. So just keep an eye on the heart because jade is connecting in there. It's also very healing, that particular crystal. But that's where I'm coming with you in the heart, and that's good confirmation. So no fear, nothing and no one can harm us unless we allow it. Standing up for yourself, being assertive, speaking your truth. Yeah, that's been a big theme for my readings today. Now, in the present, this is all about you, my friend. It's all about you. So the wolf, is very protective of its family, its cubs. But winter is when we hibernate. So winter is in the present. It's right now, and we are in winter. So taking the time out for yourself, resting, recovering, but also it's really putting yourself first. This is really putting yourself first. So respecting yourself enough to do that, and that's assertive as well. Take care of yourself and top up your own cup before you can do it for anyone else. And someone just said that to me today, something along those lines. Now, being the light, moving forward, that's the witch. So that's a witch connection. So that's the feminine connection to the healer as well. So noticing your natural healing ability because you do have that. So you will be a healer yourself. Notice your hands. If you have the, sort of prickly, sparky energy coming out of your hands, some people describe it as like an electricity kind of feeling. So notice that will be a sign that you're a healer moving forward. So we want you to uncover and discover that, but it's a very feminine energy for you moving forward. Now, spring is when things start to happen. So September, October, November, not super far away. So things are starting to happen. We get a bit more action happening. Winter, as I said, is when we sort of hibernate. This is moving forward, and this is when we're sort of hopping into action. So it's more of an action, a masculine solar plexus kind of energy for me, yang. So see if all of that makes sense. Love to hear your feedback if that is on track. Holly Watson is also general. Now, Holly Watson, I might use the fairies. I feel fairies with Holly. So just going to come to the fairies and see what Holly needs to know. Holly's just put down general. If it is anything specific, let me know. Just having a look at Kristen. Kristen, you've caught my attention. Oh, Colette. Everyone's drawing my attention. Now, these Angel Answers cards are great because I can get yes, no's and all of that. So it doesn't take as long and there's not as much explaining to do. Colette Jade, you're on my list. And I'll use the Angel Answers for that. That's a great question. I've lost somebody there. I was going to do, who is it? Kristen. Kristen Kerr, love that. So just do a bit of general for Kristen Kerr. General. There was a couple more people. Hello to everyone who's watching on Spiritual Events Directory. A few first timers. Kerry, hello. Max, in need of some guidance. Tina, lots of boys watching, gentlemen watching, I shouldn't say boys. Now, I did see a gentleman there, and I've just trying to scroll down. Here we are. Max, I needed some guidance. Max May, you're on my list. Now, if I mentioned your name, stick around because I do like to get feedback. Let me know if there are any questions. Otherwise, I'm just putting general down. And Lisa Marie, you do have pain in your chest. What is that? Pulled it in the gym. Right. Okay. I was wondering if that was a physical thing. It actually hurt a little bit. Heart's okay. Yeah. That didn't feel like, sometimes it's heartbreak, but it did feel a bit more physical, Lisa Marie. So that's actually really good confirmation. Just take care of that. It does feel a bit muscular. So just watch that. Now I'm just going to catch up a little bit and do a few reads just so that I get a few people through. Holly Watson, Latoya, hello my friend. Holly Watson, just general. These are the fairies, so just going to connect to Holly and see what I need to know there. Holly, what I want to say to you, love, is I'm just stepping into your energy. I feel like I'm pulled in all directions at the moment, so I feel like I'm like doing this, doing that, yes, yes, yes. Just watch boundaries with you, saying no, not doing things out of obligation, because I feel like I'm sort of pulled in all directions. Trying to help. I feel like people are coming to you. Can you sort this out, sort that out? I feel like I'm pulled in all directions with your energy. Let me just do some fairies and see if we can clarify that. Crystals are good for you at the moment too. So crystals, some nice rose quartz, but make sure they're nice and clean. I feel like you need to clean out your crystals, clear them. But yeah, clear. I don't know about clear, but certainly rose quartz. Clear is good for cleansing crystals, yeah. So maybe some clear quartz just to cleanse it and lift and amplify. But I feel like we need to raise the vibrations a little bit with you. Now, marriage will have something to do with what's going on at the moment. That's passed into now. So this can signify doing a bit of improvement there, doing a bit of work on the relationship. A lot of people are doing that at the moment. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm feeling a bit prickly around my ribs, and that can be older, residual energy coming up. So just watch that around the ribs, because that's where we hold on to stuff we haven't sort of processed and dealt with, emotions. And I'm feeling that around your ribs, okay? So also wanting to cough, whether I need to speak more, that sort of thing, get things off my chest. But that's around the relationship. That's passed into now. Now, assertiveness is stand up for my needs and wants, and that's great confirmation of what I was just talking about. So throat space, opening throat space, talking about needs and wants, putting yourself first, like I was saying to the last lady. But we really need to speak your truth, speak your truth. This is a little around not wanting to make waves or not wanting to make waves. It's that sort of thing. I don't want to cause issues, that sort of thing. So sometimes I hold back. So I want to say with you, step up. You need to start speaking, speak your truth. People need to hear it. Really important. Assert your dominance. Yeah. Moving forward, authentic. You don't need to be anyone else. Just be yourself. If, we have ridiculous, we feel ridiculous sometimes, or a bit silly or whatever, that's cool. It's okay. Just be who you are. We can't be anyone else. And do your research. Is on the bottom of the deck. So it means don't act before you get a little bit more information. So we need to be a bit assertive, needs and wants. Be yourself. So that's authentic. And I feel like this is kind of around work for me. So being authentic, showing up, for who you are, so around work, and then this one is a little bit more research before we move forward, a little bit more research, do a bit more digging is what I want to say. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Holly, but it did feel around sort of work, career, and then we started with the relationship passed into now with you as well, the relationship or marriage as well. Okay, now Ben Thompson, new deck. Ben Thompson wants the new deck. You don't have any questions though, Ben, so I'm just going to grab the Sacred Earth Oracle. So angel answers won't make sense unless you have a specific question. So let's do the Sacred Earth Oracle for Ben. So we'll just do general unless Ben specifies that he would like anything else. Hello to everyone who's watching tonight on this Monday. Just doing some cards at the moment. Natalie, yes, I'm going to come to you in a little bit. Ben, I'm coming to at the moment. We've got Judy, Rochelle, Faye, Natalie, Victoria, Colette, Kristen, and Max May written down at the moment. So let me know if you need anything particularly answered, and then I can definitely come to you for whatever you need. And I have written a few names down, but there is plenty of room and plenty of time on my little list. I was about to do it was about my dreaming. Oh, okay, dreaming. Then I might actually use, these are the Sacred Earth Oracle. I might actually use these angels and ancestors. They're still new. I've only had them for a couple of weeks, so I might use those. and see if that gives us some answers. So let me just tune into your energy and just see what I need to know with you. Ben, you're quite connected, mate. You're quite connected. I want to say quite sensitive and quite open, but also quite awakened. You know, my eyes are quite open, and what that often means is quite philosophical, asking the big questions, looking for more, looking deeper. I need more research. I need more information. So a bit of a seeker, what I refer to as a seeker. Now, Ben, let me just have a look around dreaming and stuff like that for you, and see what I need to know. Ben, it's quite realistic for me. So in your dreams, quite realistic. They give me specifics, I'll give it to you, but quite realistic. So that usually is like premonition, things, you know, actually happening, you know, coming true. But it's quite realistic. And I do feel like I'm walking through lucidly, you know, walking through my dreams lucidly, which is where I feel like I'm actually there. So if we're dreaming about, you know, other people, often it is people who are coming into our life. If we're in the fifth dimension, it feels like that sometimes, where we're sort of semi-awake, and it's like we're dreaming about people sometimes coming into our life. So just notice that. That can give us a bit of a heads up before someone new comes in. And we welcome. I want to say fun, play, you know, laughter, which is a bit fairy with you, but it's also the ability to fly quite often. So just notice that. So that can be a little bit of astral travel, but I also feel the ability with you to sort of just let go and fly. So notice that. Now, these are nice. So this is a bit of winter, I guess, again, so the hermit, but it's spending time on my own. I'm okay spending time on my own. This is you. So spending time on my own, fine with that. Don't mind. Don't have to speak if I don't need to. You know, it's a very easy energy being around you. So it's an understanding that we don't have to fill the gap, you know, fill the silence, you know what I mean? So this is great. So lots of meditation for you, quiet, you know, creating space for information, you know, to drop in. That is topping up your energy levels as well. Now, we had that card earlier, and this is about spring, things really stepping up. So again, it's sort of a, you know, spending a lot of time alone. Things are stepping up then in spring, September, October, November. So a bit of action coming for you. This is actually feeling like kind of new projects for me, a little bit creative, coming from the sacral, you know, chakra. So new ideas, new projects, really fostering that, you know, fire, that motivation, that passion in yourself. And it's fanning the flames. Literally what they show me with you, Ben, is fanning the flames, you know, making it a bit stronger. That passion, fire, motivation, creative energy is strong with you. And I feel very motivated with you as well. So the action, pretty good as well. Action is yang, the doing. So I feel like that's really great too. Now moving forward, this is growing in your current situation. So this sometimes means it's challenging. A lot of the time it means challenging. We've got the crow there, which is the magic, and the owl, which is the wisdom. We've got the new moon up in the sky, so that's starting afresh. You've got the white feather, which can be a sign from spirit. But this is listening to your inner wisdom, because we've got the owl and the crow, the magic and the wisdom, so the combination of two. You're very, very gifted, very, very gifted. So, you know, tuning into that, trying to remember. Life is a process of remembering. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? This is almost like your one of your guides. So really tuning into those messages that are coming in when we're doing this, you know, spending time alone. We have more messages, and then we've got this great idea in the present. It's a light bulb moment, and it's time to spring into action and do it. So growing with you in a situation means it can be challenging, but it's learning that it's just a teaching tool. It's just teaching us something. What can I learn? Yeah, from that. Now, bottom of the deck is the emotions. So that's tying in with this. So the current situation shows me that we are going through something that's moving forward. It's going to be emotional. The water element here is emotion as well. So connecting to the emotions, feeling it out. For you, it's in the throat space. A lot of it's in throat and heart. So, you know, if it's crying, if it's coughing, you know, getting rid of anything that we can get rid of. I want you to drink a bit more, because my kidneys are a bit sore at the moment, Ben. So drink a bit more water as well. Flush out your system. A detox would be wonderful for you. Now, hopefully that all makes sense, and hopefully that ties in with your dreams as well. And you will only understand that. But give me some feedback. Now, Judy Stanley was after the new deck as well. Lots of people after the new deck. If you're just logging on, I'm Michelle Price, a light worker. I'm doing oracle cards. I do mediumship. I do healings. I'm a pranic energy healer, light worker, hence my name. And I've just got a little hair tickling my face at the moment. Judy Stanley's after the new deck. Judy, I'm going to use the Sacred Earth Oracle. I did pick them up for Ben, but then I felt the angels and ancestors. That's on the bottom of the card deck there, so that's nice. The little booklet. Judy Stanley's after the new deck. Hello, who we got on here? Carrie, hello. So Ben, what you do with your ears, when your ears are ringing, just give them permission to adjust, mate. So if you've got ears ringing, then just give them permission to adjust and they will eventually adjust. It can take a few weeks, a month. So I do mentorship. So if anyone wants to do mentorship, discovering your gifts, developing your gifts, then you can actually, do that with me. I do online. And also face to face. So whatever you need. I'm just going back through people's comments. Fantastic. I can see that there was someone saying, Michelle, that makes so much sense. I can't see who that was. That's awesome. Yes, you had some issues there as well, Holly. Right. Okay. So that makes sense around the ribs. That's interesting. It can just be emotional though. A lot of the time it is. Ben, brilliant. So just going back through your feedback. Thank you so much for the feedback. I really appreciate it. Michelle, relationship question. Someone is pulling back. Will they come forward again? Michelle Talbot, let me put you down, love. Hang on. Let me put you on my list. Hello, everyone who's watching on Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker tonight. If you want to connect one-on-one, relationship, pulling back. Michelle, I might do the yes-nos. And come forward. Question mark. I might do the yes no's for that. Hopefully I'll be able to read my writing when I get there. But yeah, if you're on my page watching, then great. If you haven't liked my page, definitely head over there and like that. We are doing a few Facebook Lives lately. We have been doing a few of those. So if you like Facebook Lives, on my page, I actually do joint ones and with a few other ladies. So you can get a few more chances to have a reading, which is really nice. Judy Stanley is after the new deck. Now, Judy, I'm using my Sacred Earth Oracle. Let me just come to you. I will come back and have a look at your comments soon. But if you want to book one-on-one, the link is in this post and just click book now and you can check my availability. My calendar will pop up. Otherwise, private message me because I'll be on after the show answering questions and that sort of thing. All right, so let me have a look. Judy Stanley, new deck. So we're using the Sacred Earth Oracle. Judy, what I want to say to you, there's something about a celebration or party or gathering or something. My crown is very activated, so I've got a lot of pain around the crown, up the head area. It does feel like someone here for you, though. It does feel like a grandmother. I don't know which side, but I'll see. But I do feel energy around the crown, head. So this can be brain injury, that sort of thing. So it feels like someone connected to that. They're also showing me, this is a bit of mediumship. I didn't realize I was doing mediumship, but here we are. That's what happens. So there's a birthday cake in front of me. Like it's usually like a celebration, anniversary, something like that. There's cake with candles though, probably more birthday. So that will usually indicate just being coming, but it's significant normally and within family. So I'm recognizing the birthday at the moment. I just want to draw these cards and see what is happening here. Now, I do feel like this person was into the cakes, making the cakes, decorating the cakes, that sort of thing. So a bit of a baker. And I do feel like layered cakes and that sort of thing. So seeing if anyone drops in, but definitely the headspace, which would usually indicate some sort of like brain situation. Front of the head's usually like a dementia and that sort of thing for me. But this is more on the crown, a bit painful up here. Now, let me show you these, Judy. It does feel like one of your loved ones. It does feel grandmother. It does feel feminine. There's reference to that cake as well. Now, efficiency, Judy Stanley, new deck. So this is, making things flow a little bit more smoothly. So sometimes we can order ourselves better, make a list, things that I need to do, make the household run more smoothly, staying on top of things. So past into now, it's becoming a little bit more efficient to save you time. It feels like a time saver for me. So I definitely feel like making notes, it will be clarification or confirmation, making some notes, jotting some things down. What do I need to do? But it's trying to make everything run smoothly so I have a bit more time up my sleeve because otherwise we're rushing here, there and everywhere. Yeah, so efficiency has been the focus. That's passed into now, having things run more smoothly. Now, absence is a bit of space. It's giving yourself a little bit of space, similar to the other card that I drew before, the crescent moon, there's new beginnings on the other side, giving yourself a little bit more space. When we have the absence of something, so when we are stressed and anxious and all of that, when we deep breathe, when we breathe and we take a big breath in, hold it for, 4 or 5 breaths, or breathe in for 4 or 5 breaths, and then we hold, for a count of like 4 or whatever, and then we release, and then we hold, and we breathe in, we hold, and we release and we hold. Now, what we're doing here is we're focusing on the absence of breath, and that brings us back to alignment. So that's how we come back from the overwhelm, rushing around. Focusing on the absence of breath is what brings us back to alignment. So I want you to have a think about that in the present. It's very imaginative. These cards are absolutely delightful. There's a little horse representation there as well. I do want to represent or talk about the horse as well because the horse represents the emotions. So the horse is incredibly sensitive to the emotions, and that's just sitting above heart space. So it shows me with you, very sensitive, very sensitive. So, you know, sometimes easily hurt, wearing my heart on my sleeve, you know, that sort of thing. And I want to say vulnerability with you. There's a little either fear around being vulnerable, opening up completely, you know, that sort of thing in case I get hurt. So just watching that with yourself too. Now, clarity moving forward, things are dropping in and making sense. You can see there's a beautiful crystal down there. And it's sitting in that sacral space, but it's got the purple inside. So it's a bit of sacral, a bit of solar plexus, and a bit of purple, which is higher awareness. So clarity, things are dropping in and making sense for you. So there has been a period of almost like a brain fog, and sort of going through, not really sure, not really sure. Now the intuition is kicking back in, moving forward for you. So noticing the messages, you know, the clarity as things become a little bit clearer. Now with you, I'm going to spend time out in the garden because the garden feels very healing for me. So outdoors in nature, you know, plants, putting my hands in the dirt, you know, all that sort of stuff, a lot of grounding. I feel like outdoors is good. Sunshine is very transmuting. Bottom of the deck is alliance. Now this is actually forming connections with people who have my back. So it's a bit of a tribe, you know, spiritual. It could be spiritual, joining a spiritual group, you know, that sort of thing. But that is tribe. That's an alliance. It's a medicine drum there. So, you know, the medicine drum is beautiful and healing and all that sort of stuff. So joining a sound healing or something like that would also be really good. But it's like-minded people. It's an alliance. It's people who get you on the same page. Sometimes when we elevate, lift our vibration, there's a little butterfly. Sorry, they just want me to show the butterfly on her head. Butterfly wings. So something about the butterfly. Spirit wanted me to show you that. But sometimes when we join those sorts of groups, it's like they're so on the same page and you have to explain yourself. And I just feel like that's really important for you, Judy. So see if that resonates, if that makes sense. Wonderful. If not, give me some feedback. Now, Rochelle Coucher, General. Rochelle, I'm just going to come to you. Rochelle didn't have anything specific. I'm going to use psychic reading tonight for Rochelle. If you are just coming on, welcome. Hello. Helen, it's funny, yeah? A lot of people will say that. When I'm doing readings to certain people, you guys are all coming on for a particular reason, yeah? So that's what happens. A lot of people say that. I'm talking about one person and everyone else is like, wow, it sounds like me, sounds like me. And my love, that's not an accident. It's not an accident, okay? So everyone who's coming on tonight, whoever I'm talking about, there will be a reason for that. Danny, I haven't written you down yet, mate, but if you have a question, let me know. Kaz, hello, my love. Kaz just did her first Facebook Live on my page. Kaz is on. She's watching on my page. Hi, Kate. Kaz just did her first ever Facebook Live, so she was very, very nervous, and she did amazingly. So you will see Kaz pop up. If you like my page, you will see Kaz and myself and Belinda pop up, and also Becca does Facebook Lives on my page with me as well. Rochelle Coucher, General. Let me just come into Rochelle's energy and see what I need to know. Rochelle, what I want to say to you is orange. As soon as I connect to your energy, I'm seeing orange. That's sacral space. So again, creative energy, womb space. A lot of sacral space coming out with a lot of people tonight. So just watching womb space, sacral, new ideas, new projects, a lot of creative energy. I guess, you know, there are themes and everyone's sort of down in that space at the moment. There is a lot of, you know, mother wound, you know, bloodline, kind of past trauma, you know, that sort of thing being healed at the moment too. So seeing if there's anything around, you know, the baby. So healing what's come before and also your children. So, you know, making sure that healing those bloodlines. It is a little ancestral for me. So coming into navel, you know, navel is where the umbilical cord connects to mother. So mother passes on, you know, through the umbilical cord, everything that's come before. So it could be a bit of healing through there. The sacral in the womb space, new ideas, new project. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's good confirmation. That's on the bottom of the deck. So that's interesting. That's in womb space. So I don't know if we're having more babies or someone in the family, but I'm very much in the womb space with you. Baby in this context is often about assisted reproductive fertility. So, you know, IVF, you know, assisted in other ways, IUI, stuff like that. So babies on the bottom, and I'm very interested in the sacral space with you. Now, this one is hands, and this can be very creative. So sacral again, womb space is creative, but also the healer. So you can see she's painting in there, also doing house plans, construction, but this is a bit more feminine, a bit more spiritual for me. So thinking about the artist in you, but also the healer in you as well. So I feel like you've got a bit of healing ability, and they can be really great. Healers can be very great, Reiki, especially with the little brothers, and also animals as well. And you can see there's little whales and things, very childlike in the background, but there are some animals in the background of that one. So a little bit of healing ability, past into now, but we turn that on with the music for you as well. So listening to the music, raising your vibration, helps the spiritual energy flow through your body. Now in the present, that's feathers, and that's looking for signs. So this is looking for actual feathers flying around, but it is a sign from spirit. No, someone just made Ashley. Oh, hello, Ashley. Hello. That was a very long comment. I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss it. Charlene, wow, I love people who write all in capital letters. Now everyone will probably start doing that. Charlene, I'm just going to put you down on my list. Let me just pop you down. Jorgensen. Another newbie, a few newbies on here tonight. Charlene, I've just put you down. So let me know if there is anything in particular that you're after, but I do shut my eyes a lot, so I may miss it if you do say anything specific. Judy, where's Judy? Stanley, new deck. I haven't had the time lately. Judy, you need to get back outdoors, love. You need to get back outdoors. Good feedback from everyone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Charlene, I've got you on my list. Now, notice signs from Spirit, the feathers dropping. So notice the feathers. That's sign from Spirit. We're on the right track. Now, 1 and 4 is 5, which is major change in all areas of life. So big change coming for you as well. Moving forward, it's time. It's upside down. So just noticing we're not watching the time too much or looking forward too much, you know, counting the time, body clock, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Just watching that can hamper our ability to do what we need to do. So watching expectations, but, you know, sometimes keeping an eye on the time too much, you know, means it passes more slowly. But also, you know, that awareness means that we're not being super present. We're sort of distracted a lot of the time. So we sometimes will miss that, you know, signs from Spirit. But bubbers are on the bottom of the deck, and we've got the sacral chakra very highlighted with you. So see if that makes sense or not for you. Now, that was Rochelle, I think that was. So Rochelle, let me know if that makes sense. I was very interested in that sacral space in your body. Faye Storley, General. Faye, now I'm going to use angel therapy, I think, for Faye. Faye Storley, General. Then we've got Natalie McGarry. So she wants to have a chat to Dad, who's in Spirit, about career. Now, I do have my Angel Answers cards. So if you're just coming on and you haven't seen that already, if you do have answers, yes, no, maybe timeframes, that sort of thing. I knew someone else. Jillian, you're so clever. Everyone's not going to do capital letters. Angel Answers. So they can give you less, you know, no's, maybes. Oh, Melanie, awesome. Love that. Melanie is watching tonight. Hello, my friend. Faye Storley, General. Just going to use angel therapy, Faye. I just want to connect to your energy. Faye, as I'm looking at you or feeling into your energy, I want to say third eye with you, very activated. So third eye, watch dreams, visions, you know, that sort of thing, but it's all third eye with you. So you have a really unique ability to see. That's clairvoyance. That can be auras, you know, seeing auras and that sort of thing as well. That third eye is very activated, Faye. What else do I need to know about Faye? My legs are a little bit cold, Faye, so just keep your lower body warm for me. It may not be flowing, the energy may not be flowing as well through lower body, but legs are very, very cold in your energy as well. So just watch that. Also, kidneys a little bit sore, so just watch you're having enough fluid in your body, flushing out your system, doing a bit of a detox, but lots of fluid. Legs are very cold for me. Faye, I also want to say, hang on. What is that? Faye, just watch the way you're carrying bags and stuff, because I feel like I'm a little bit lopsided or something. So whether I'm keeping my handbag on one side or the shopping on one side, just watch that you're not lopsided, because I feel like I'm getting affected in my head and my neck as well. So make sure you're switching arms. If you're doing things around the house, sometimes we do, you know, the housework the same way all the time, sweeping on one side, vacuuming on one side, switching over. I feel like you need to have some more symmetry in your body. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Now we talked about this earlier. Ben was saying his ears were ringing. So that's what this is. So notice the clairaudience, and that is where you hear songs. Sometimes, you know, songs or music will land in your head and you're like, where on earth did that come from? That's actually clairaudience. That's the ear chakras activating. So watch out for that. That's not necessarily that you have an ear infection, although if there is pain, absolutely be careful. But the ear chakras are activating with you. So that's also the ringing and going deaf, you know, sudden deafness and then a ringing like tinnitus. So notice that because that's quite activated with you, and that is clairaudience. But if you wake up and you've got a song in your head, write it down. Start to write it down because that's your angels and the way they communicate. So that's passed into now. Now heart chakra is upside down with you. So heart chakra, so that is, you know, love for self, unconditional love, no judgment, all that sort of stuff. Really activating that heart now. So that's your malachite or your rose quartz, really doing some healing because that's upside down. So we want to open it up more, you know, make you more open to the general public, you know, lots of hugs, you know, during COVID, whatever, it doesn't matter. But lots of hugs where possible, but connecting to that heart, really connecting that heart with others. Moving forward, it's cutting cords, so disconnecting from anyone who isn't helpful, disconnecting from negative energies, emotions, and people. You know, it's not their fault, it's their all teachers, but just disconnecting from that so you're not wandering around carrying it around. That will show me an empath quite often, but you're very sensitive. You've got the ear chakra is activated, the heart chakra, we've got cutting cords, we need to let go. You're quite sensitive, yeah, is what they're telling me. Now, bottom of the deck is books. And so that's a little bit of research quite often. Reading books, having a bit of a fantasy escape type thing, good imagination with you. But that third eye is really active. So, you know, watching those visions and dreams, starting to record them and noticing songs that are dropping in, because Spirit's really trying to communicate with you, Faye. Very gifted lady there. Natalie, I'm just going to have a look at your dad now. So going to use the butterflies for Natalie. Natalie, thank you so much for watching. Now, Natalie wants some information around, hello Angela, information around her career. So we'll see what Dad has to say. I'll just connect over here and see with her. And then Victoria, I'm coming to you. Colette, Kristen, Max, and then I'm over the page. So a few people written down tonight. Hello to everyone who is watching. Let me know if there's anything specific that you need. I will come to as many people as, oh, Angela. Angela. What a bummer. Angela, I will check in with you. I can really feel that. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Been to 2 vet clinics countless times over the last, oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? Angela Waters. Angela has a sick cat if you're watching on my page and you can't see this comment. 2 vet clinics, last including today. How can we help you get better? Female. So, Angela, let me tune into your beautiful cat. Give me the name if you can, Angela, as well. If you can give me the cat's name, that would be awesome. And I will try to follow those comments and just see when that comes through. You know, I have to repost if I miss it. But if you can put the cat's name in there, that would be amazing. And I'll just connect to its energy through its higher self. But the name will be handy. Sasha. Sasha, great. So let me just put that down, Sasha, and I'll connect to Sasha's energy, and we'll get some answers for you, my love. It's hard, isn't it, when you take them to the vet, you've got the best of intentions, and then it doesn't happen. Natalie, just connect to Father over here, and just, what do we need to know? Oh, gosh, he's delightful, isn't he, Natalie? I've connected to Natalie's dad a few times. That was quick. Very, very good. Oh, okay. Where's that gone? Welcome the new, Natalie. Something different, something coming. It's not really focusing, but that says welcome the new if you can't read it. Welcome the new. So now Dad's referencing something about like the driveway, the vehicles, something like that. So I don't know, make sure the handbrake's on or something, but just make sure it's like the vehicle, something with the vehicle. So just notice that. It's showing me sort of outside. I don't know if I'm outside Mum's house or something, but there's something about the vehicle outside, that vehicle outside. So just wanted to say that. Now, welcome the new is good. It does feel like a bit of a change. It's like a different outfit or something, whether it's like a uniform, but I feel like there's something different. Let me just see. Yeah. Natalie, I want to say more responsibility. So it could be lifting up like a promotion or something like that, but it's more responsibility. So, you know, in charge, like more management, he's going to be a lot of confirmation, leadership, something like that. So it feels like kind of, I guess, calling the shots a little bit, whether it's like working for yourself, you know, freelancing or something, or managing a team. It's like stepping up. So it's like a leadership type thing that he's showing me. And it feels like a bit more responsibility. I want to say like the light bulb. It's like a light bulb moment. Oh my God, that's what I need to do. So it's like that sort of thing for me. So I feel like it's like, oh, that's making sense. But he's talking about leadership. So definitely taking more of a lead role. And it could be like a management type thing, but I just feel like making more decisions, which could also be working for yourself. Now taking the, oh my God, that's good. Taking the next step. We need to do this. Take the next step. So that is action, you know, so hopefully you're honing in on something. But it could even be freelancing, you know, a bit of freedom with that, you know, getting called out to this job or that sort of thing. You know, working for yourself or in a management role within a company. But it's leadership. Welcome the new, take the next step. Memories is always going back in time. I know he loves to do this. He always shows me like little photographs and things like that from childhood. But this is a real heart-faced, sentimental. So you're quite sentimental. I feel that in my throat as I'm connecting to your energy. I feel all the emotion, yeah, up in here. So lots of these, Natalie. The beautiful rose there as well. Bottom of the deck, Natalie, apologies, but you know how family is with me. I'm a healer, so often exercise and diet and all those sorts of things come up. So, you know, just have a little bit of think of this. I feel like we could be doing a bit more, especially with the dietary requirements as well. But getting my energy flowing, you know, getting up and going for a little walk, you know, getting up and just moving the energy around my body. It's good for this, good for the headspace. So get up off that chair and off you go. It's good for this, yeah, get outdoors. Sunshine, plants, really healing. For you, Natalie. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a clue. Goosebumps, confirmation. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a clue. Victoria, romance angels, relationship. Now, Victoria, I'm just going to do these ones, Marcellus, I think it was. We're in a relationship at the moment. We need some guidance. So let me just grab my beautiful romance angels for Victoria. Oh, Denise. Hi, Denise. Hello, my little friend. Love, love, love. Marie, what's coming up for me in the next 6 months? Marie Burke. Well, I don't know about 6 months, but we'll have a look forward. Marie, hello, watching on my page, Michelle, our price Lightworker. Guys, if you haven't liked it already, then please do, because we're doing some Facebook Lives. I've got more coming up. I've done a few lately, and we've got a few more coming up. Now, Victoria Marcellus, Romance Angels, she wants to know about the relationship she's in at the moment. Casey, hello, darling, hello. Casey, I would certainly hope so, love. I would certainly hope so. Whoops. Faye, beautiful. Oh, scoliosis. Wow, we love. I've got scoliosis too. Wow, that's awesome. Beautiful. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, right. Faye, really good feedback. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Kristen, you haven't missed out, sweetheart. No, you're still coming. So I'll get to you in a second. You definitely haven't missed out. Great feedback, Faye. Thank you. Victoria, Romance Angels, relationship. What on earth is going on? Victoria, let me have a look. Whoops. Leadership in the driveway. Mum and I just pulled the plants out because they were hitting the cars. Oh my God, Natalie, your dad's amazing. He was like sitting out there on the driveway and I'm going, what am I doing on the driveway? Is this so funny? That's awesome. Isn't he funny? He's so clever. I love your dad. Lots of goosebumps. Natalie is having a great laugh at the moment. Victoria, this one's just flipped out face up. So give your relationship a chance. You're asking about the relationship at the moment. That's passed into now. That's putting a little bit of effort in. No, you didn't miss it, Kristen. So give your relationship a chance. So that's, that's a positive. I'll see what else comes out. But this is with the relationship that you're in at the moment. So that's passed into now. It shows we're making the effort. Now, I do want to say someone's a bit stuck in the mud. It's a little bit stuck. I don't want to move forward, or I don't want to like see your way of thinking or something like that. It's like that for me. So it could be a bit stubborn, a bit of a bull, maybe a Taurus or something like that, but a bit stuck, a bit stubborn. That was face down. Victoria, let me just draw a couple more cards. I just want to see what's going on. That's feeling like the other person. It's a little bit hard to get them to see my perspective. It's a little bit like that. So whether there's not the compassion or empath, like empath abilities or something, it is a little bit sort of one-sided. I do feel like you need to ask for help a little bit though. Wow, look at this. So in the present, it is a soulmate connection. That's in the present. So soulmate. Now moving forward, it does show me that I need to do this. So one or the both of you needs to do that. So putting the other person down on the paper, it's nice and cathartic, and letting it go. That's a full moon in the background. So releasing whatever's going on there, because I feel like it's like we need to give this relationship a bit of a chance. There's a soulmate connection here. And then we need to let go of the ex to be able to move into this properly. So they're quite conflicting for me, and that's the optimism. That's the optimism. So I feel like we're in the right place, but we do need to do some work around releasing what's come before, Victoria, for us to be able to work through this with you. Colette J, will I get a house soon? Colette, I'm going to use the Angel Answers, Colette, look at this. Very exciting, Colette, very exciting. So finally I get to use these. I was so excited, and no one's asking like specific questions tonight. I'm like, oh my God. So we've got specific questions. I do have the Angel Answers cards here. So I can get yes, no's and time frames and maybes and that sort of thing, and not yet. Colette J, will I get my house soon? So let me ask that for Colette. Now these ones are nice and quick. There's not too much to explain. They're pretty simple. So just going to run through for Colette, will I get my new house soon? Now I can use a pendulum for this as well, but I do find that these are nice because they're cards, they give you a little bit more info than the pendulum giving me sort of a yes or no, and then we sort of walk away and off we go. Now Colette, will I get the house soon? Oh, they both wanted to come out. I'm just going to hang on to both of those. Colette, a year from now is the answer. So that's your time frame. The time frame is a gold. You can see the gold trim, but the other cards have different colors on them. Now, Colette, ask for help from others. So it's like ask around, what's going? Has anyone got anything going? Have you heard anything down the grapevine? That's asking, putting the feelers out there. So it can also be on those public pages. We're in an estate here, so often people post on the public pages. So asking around, word of mouth is really, really effective, and that could be what's going to solve this for you. Don't stop is don't give up. Don't give up. So just keep doing it. Very angelic, but don't stop. Don't give up. Now, these ones came out together. Now, know and reconsider. So what I want to say to you is don't just go for the first thing that lands. I know that, it's tricky out there. The rental market's really difficult if it's rentals that you're looking for. So just don't go for the first thing you see. That's moving forward. They came out together. I had to keep them together. So reconsider and note. But overall, it's a year from now. So it could take a little while. And that's when I have a year from now, it's within a year. with an EU. So Colette, ask for help, get some word of mouth happening. There's definitely something there for you. Now, Kristen Kerr, General. Kristen Kerr, Nature's Whispers. I'm going to use Nature's Whispers for Kristen. Kristen, these are beautiful, hey? These are Nature's Whispers. So they are Angela Hartfield, really lovely. And they're all sort of hand painted and gorgeous. So Kristen, nothing specific, gonna do that. Max May, and then I'm going over my page. Michelle, Charlene, Angela, and Marie at this stage. Let me know if you have anything specific that you need answers to. Ooh. I hear them. That is hear them. Oh, so you're not hearing them at the moment. Julie Alexander, I'm just going to put you down. Did you have a, no, I haven't got you down. Julie Alexander. So will I be able to communicate with spirit? Julie, I would say yes, because everyone has the ability to do that. But it's just your willingness to sort of open to that with spirit and also let go. A lot of it's about letting go. And as I've said, I do mentor. So if you have anything you need to know, if you want to discover your gifts, develop your gifts, all that sort of stuff. Hi, Heidi. Nice first time listener and viewer. So yeah, if there's anything you want to discover, develop, let me know, and I can do that online or face-to-face if you want to do mentorship or anything like that. My link is in this post if you want to connect, and I'll stay online and answer questions and that sort of thing after the show. So more than happy to connect with you there. Kristen Kerr, General. Let me just see, Kristen, what I need to know. Whoops, with Kristen. Kerr. Kristen, what I want to say is I'm quite busy in my head, so just watch that because I feel like that could be affecting sleep and that sort of thing. There's a lot going on in your head. It's very busy. I'd love to get it written down. So if you can write down some of what's up there, I feel like that will be very helpful. You've got lots of things sort of shuffling around in there, and it's quite busy for me. So if you can put some things down on paper, that will be very cathartic to get it out. Now, this is good. This is adventure passed into now. You can see she's in the giant shell. There's a full moon there, so letting go, doing a little letting go. The water is also emotion, always emotion. It's a very feminine card, this one. But this is lightening her energy a little bit. You can see she's sort of floating in the sky, little mermaid, so a bit magic. That's lighthearted, fun, play, laughter. So lighthearted energy, but doing a bit of releasing so we can raise vibration for me. And then we go on a bit of an adventure. So that for me is a bit of a journey. So even in your dreams, noticing if you're able to do some travel or in meditation, do some travel around, but embarking on a bit of that. 3 is great strength for me. So the Holy Trinity, pyramids, all that. 3 is strength for me as well. So adventure, number 1. In the present, it's make a decision. So it's make up your mind. So you can see how that's split kind of right down the middle with the color. We've got nature on one side. We've got the galaxies, the sun, desert sort of thing on the other. The pyramids are down there. So Egyptian. So that's interesting. The pyramids are down there as well. Egyptian connection. Because we talked about 3, Holy Trinity, which is pyramids of 3. So definitely connection to Egypt with you, but the 3 in particular, that's a master number, which is 11, and that's making up your mind. So no more procrastinating, no more fence sitting. We can't sit on the fence anymore. There's a bit of a tribal aspect to this, and you can see a big Egyptian connection in her, like all the hieroglyphics and the painting and stuff like that. So we need to make up our mind. You're a dreamer though, so I feel like the answer's within your dreams. So really noticing your dreams, writing them down, paying attention, but the answers are within those dreams. Now that makes sense with the intuition because the intuition's there as well. So you can see the brain is very activated there. So that's your compass. I use my intuition as my guide. I don't do anything without trusting my intuition. Intuition is usually your first impression as well. And then the head comes in and then we analyze into all of that. So your head, as I said, is very busy. We need to release some of that so the intuition can kick in. Otherwise, it doesn't look like that. It's bright and beautiful and colorful. When we have a lot of stuff going on, it slows it all down and it doesn't look like that and it doesn't function that way. So we need to come into the feeling more than in the head. Write it down, get it out of your system. Now that is following your heart. Following your heart. So when I talk to people about their life purpose, there's a lot of butterflies in here. I just want to point out rebirth, butterflies. So when you are trying to follow life purpose, I say follow your heart. You can see the heart is highlighted there. She's sort of holding her heart and it's a bit of a light, creating a bit of a light. So going back to childhood, what is it you wanted to do? What are your heart's desires? Starting some of those things as hobbies, starting a few side hustles and stuff like that. You're quite creative, quite imaginative, and using that intuition is going to be part of that. So third eye, connection as well, strong, feeling that pressure between the eyebrows, using crystals to support that, amethyst, that sort of thing, really, really good. So using your heart to guide you, your heart knows the way. Now I've got about 15 pens on the table. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Max, general, just going to come to Max. What do we need to know? Max, I might use the animal tarot for you. I'm sort of switching all over the place tonight. Usually I use the same sort of decks, but I like animal tarot for you. So Max, these are a massive deck. There's about 78 cards in here, to be precise. So Max, just going to use these general, so animal tarot. So let me see what I need to know for Max, and thank you everyone for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. I will get to as many people. Oh, Vicky, that's a good question. Vicky, I may not get to you tonight. I'll see how I go. But home business, I'd love to have a look at that. I do a lot of business readings. I just have quite a few people written down. I am back from 7:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time next week. So if I can't get to you, please connect next week and I'll try my best. As I said, like my page as well, because I do Facebook Lives on there, and we can get to a few more people when there's a few extra people on there. Pearl, I'm not ignoring you, love. I can see your comments. I have seen all your comments. I'm just not drawn to you at the moment, which doesn't mean I won't be, but Spirit sort of drew me to a few other people ahead of you. So I don't go top to bottom in answer to, I guess, Pearl's question. I don't go top to bottom. I just go to who I'm drawn to in that moment. And it's not to say that I won't be drawn to you, because often I am, you know, I may not be initially, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm with you. But I'm not ignoring anyone. It just says 43 people watching at the moment. I did have 70 earlier. So I can only read so many names out and so many questions out, and I just come to as many people as I can. Max May, general. Now, this is a nice one, Queen of Summer. This is compassion, loving, giving, and psychic. So there's a bit of an ability here. This is a time of emotion. You can see the water there. The new moon, which is new beginnings, but the water element there as well. So the emotion, that's not overly focusing. Hopefully that will. So the Queen. Now this indicates the female. So this would usually indicate, partner, if there's a partner around, but Queen of Summer. So lots of the feminine energy, but a lot of emotion and intuition, trusting myself. But that generally relates to the female. If you're in a relationship, it would usually relate to that person. Now, in the present, that's a big leap, and that's the action, and that's a little bit of worry there as well. So there's action, there's a little blue butterfly, which can be a sign from Spirit. The water's coming out there as well. Lots of water, so it does show me a bit of emotion around. The water's being tipped up there, but that is replacing the worry with positive. So negative with positive. So some affirmations. I am enough, that sort of thing. 1 and 7 is 8, which is abundance. So really replacing the fear with the positive. So whenever you have yourself sort of thinking about, something in a negative way, the glass is half empty, trying to switch it around, becoming aware of your thoughts, words, and actions aligning for you moving forward. So I feel like moving into a more positive, environment. If you change yourself, everything around you changes as well, and things are able to move forward. So when you feel a bit stuck and it's like, this isn't working out, that's working out, life's so hard, then that's what you get more of. So we need to be in the positive. Now this one's upside down. Wow, this is great. Life experience. Now the cuckoo is interesting because that's a bit of a change, this one. It's relating to everything you've been through. There's a purpose. It's not like for no reason, it's a purpose. But the cuckoo also, as we know, can steal other people's nests and homes and that sort of thing. So making sure that your intentions are always good and you're acting from a good place. So cuckoo's primary, reason for doing that is because they want to keep their young, safe and look after their young. But life experiences, life's not always easy. And that's certainly what I was talking about kind of around this. Things don't always go our way, but it's realizing that's a teaching tool and it's something I can learn from and move through. So you can see all the butterflies there. Butterflies are rebirth. So it's more positive for me. So you're really starting to use those affirmations to change your mindset. Now, I love the squirrel because this is squirreling away. So it can be holding on to things too tightly. So, we know that the squirrels kind of hide their little nuts in the tree, and then, they'll bring them out in winter, when it gets really cold and they need to eat. And they do that during, I guess, summer and spring and whatever else they do it during the warmer months. So we don't want to squirrel things away. We don't want to hold on too tightly. So making sure root chakra is in alignment, because when it's not, then we fear. We're worried about household, human sort of needs, possessions, heavy stuff. 3-dimensional, essentially. So just watching that, not holding on too tightly, because when we do, we can lose those things. Now, hopefully that makes sense, Max. Michelle Talbot, relationship. Pulling back, will they come forward? Now, Michelle, I could use the relationship deck, but what I might do is actually use my angel answers and just ask that question, because they are very good, very direct, and we can get some really quick answers for you. Jade, hello. Laura, hello. Oh, Laura, let me just put that down. Just found out I have eye problems. Will I be able to see? Laura, let me just find out about your eyes. Oh, I can feel something around there. Angelo, eye issues. Laura, if I can't get to you, then please message next week, same time. I will be on, Christine, thank you, darling. I will be on the same time next week, so I may not be able to get to you tonight because I've got quite a few people written down. But definitely at the same time next week, or message me privately as well if you want to. Michelle Talbot, relationship pulling back, will they come forward? Let me just ask the question. I just want to draw some cards for Michelle. These are the angel answers. They will be pretty direct and pretty quick. Michelle, good. All right. Big happy changes, Michelle. So that's good, positive. So it doesn't mean that, yes, this person's coming back, but this is positive regardless. So with whatever happens with the relationship, big happy changes. Good. So there is a reason. Success passed into now. So that's positive. So success, we're succeeding in something. I'm asking around the relationship, you know, will the person's pulling away, will they come back? Success is prior to now. So the inquiry, meditation in the present, create some space. So you know the answers that in other words are saying, trust your intuition. So trust your feelings, but you need to create some space. When everything's crowding in on us, we can't see clearly or know, you know, clear cognizance is harder. So create some space through meditation so the answers can drop in. Now, this is belief moving forward in answer to your question. You're asking about the relationship, and that's if you, you know, believe in this process, believe in your ancestors. That's a Merkaba, that's a magical tool there as well. So you need to have belief in this. If it's the right thing, if you feel like it's the right thing, fight for it. Big happy changes doesn't say yes for the relationship, but it is regardless a good outcome either way, whether they come back or not. But success is passed into now. So there's something positive, but it's not a yes or no for me, Michelle. With those cards. Charlene Jorgensen is a newbie. Now, Charlene, where do I want to go? Charlene, I'm going to use psychic reading with you. Charlene Jorgensen, first timer. Nice to see you in here tonight. Sorry, I've got a scarf and it's a bit furry and it's like tickling my nose, so I have to keep rubbing my nose. I don't have a cold or anything like that. Max, oh, awesome. Oh, fantastic. Love that, Max. That's so good. Keep it up, mate. Keep it up. Laura, I will come to you, my love. Absolutely. Michelle, Charlene Jorgensen. So psychic reading, just going to come here. Now, I want to come to Angela and her cat, Sasha. So Angela is up next, but Charlene, I just want to know first what I need to know for Charlene. Okay, so these are psychic reading. These are the Phoenix cards. And Charlene. Charlene, past into now lovers is there. So that's a relationship connection that's passed into now. That's a real pink rose quartz for me. So unconditional love, no judgment, you know, all of that sort of stuff, compassion, teaching a lot of that for you, pink. The full moon is releasing, letting go of, but a lot of rose quartz around this, compassion. Now in the present, that's new beginnings, one. And that's abundance, so the water element there as well. So it's getting into the flow. You can see she's very happy, arms open spread, widespread. So lots of water, so lots of emotion around at the moment, but it's also being in the flow, manifesting, bringing in what you want. Now this is also manifesting, so the abundance card. 9 is humanitarian at the top of the card there, but coins, lots of coins. So there's a lot of this. There's a relationship passed into now, and then it's all abundance and flow. So that's awesome, bringing in a lot of financial flow, financial freedom. Notice signs from spirit, that's the clouds. So notice when the clouds are a particular shape, sometimes you see numbers in clouds. There's going to be signs in the clouds, so look to the sky from spirit, that's signs from spirit. Charlene, hopefully that makes sense. Angela, sick cat, Sasha. Now, let's come to healing. What do I want to use for Sasha? I may use the whispers of healing, Sasha, so just going to use those. I was thinking about the animals, animal tarot. Yeah, I might use animals because it's the animal we're talking about, the cat. On the front of the animal tarot is that, so that's probably fairly appropriate. It's got the beautiful Persian. So Angela has a sick cat, Sasha, at the moment. So let me just connect to Sasha and see what I need to know. Angela, is there something going on with Sasha in the throat? Because in my throat, I'm very prickly around my kind of lung area, prickly around lung. And there's something in my throat. I don't know if it's like something caught, but there's some, oh my God, I want to cough. There's something going on in the throat. So whether that's the esophagus or something like that, but it's like the throat, it makes me want to cough. I don't know if the vets have checked. Is there anything like an X-ray where they've like checked anything? There's not like a fishbone or like something caught, because I feel like I want to cough. As soon as I come into your cat, it's this feeling that I need to cough, and usually that would be trying to bring something up. So I don't know if the cat's been coughing, but I just feel like in the throat and throat. It's also a bit prickly around lungs for me as well. And prickly, you know, it doesn't say that it's, you know, I mean, obviously in a human, sometimes that can be lung cancer, but it's usually a bit more painful. But I just feel it around that area in particular. But it does also make me want to cough. So it would be interesting, I don't know if they've done x-rays, but just to see, you know, internally if there's something stuck. Because as soon as I connect, that's what I want to do. Let me just see. Leg up, leg up, leg up. Leg up. Now, is the cat having any trouble sort of jumping or anything? Because I feel like I want to say leg up, like as in, you know, help it up, help it up. So see if the cat's, that could be lethargic or something, but I just want to say leg up, leg up. So it feels like they're not the ability to do what it normally does, but leg up is coming up for me as well. But really check that throat. I think there's something very interesting there. Now I'll show you the cards, and hopefully these sort of resonate with the cat. Wow, this is amazing. So this is moving on from something that isn't making you happy, but it's also a little bit around, you know, getting more answers. This also feels a little bit like me, for me, 8 of Summer, getting a few more answers. You know, this isn't right, looking further, looking a little bit deeper, but it's also moving on from something that isn't working. So if there's a vet or something like that that isn't working, keep getting answers, keep asking questions for me. Now, 7 of Spring in the present. Now, look at this, look at this. This is amazing. Trust your inner guidance, trust your intuition. There's something not right here. We need to keep digging. The gecko, yeah, we don't stop. We don't stop. So make sure you keep looking. So get second opinions, third opinions, fourth opinions, maybe an x-ray or something just to see if there's something in the throat, because I feel like I want to cough. And there's something going on with those lungs, around the lung area. And leg up, you know, indicates not able to do what I normally would do, jumping and all of that sort of stuff. But that's assertive, standing up for yourself. I'm sorry, that's not an answer. I don't want that. I want more. Dig more, look more. It's not right. So I trust your judgment. Now, this is emotion moving forward. So this is putting yourself in the driver's seat, and it's like not being passive or submissive. So someone else is going, no, I know more than you do. You need to stand up. You need to stand up. So the water again is emotion. That's a card we had before. And that's the feminine taking charge, the queen taking charge. The dream is on the bottom of the deck. And that is a new adventure, so freedom and taking a leap of faith. So maybe going to someone entirely different, you know, getting some more advice. But dreams is also noticing your dreams, visions and dreams. This is a bit of a sleep thing. So trying to communicate with your cat in dreams would be really interesting. I'm an animal communicator, so I communicate with animals. But trying to connect to your cat, find out the answers in your dreams, going through that way, because this is quite a dreaming card for me as well. So asking the question before you go to sleep, what do I need to know? And then seeing if the answers land in your head. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh gosh, Heidi, that's a real difficult situation there. I can really feel that with you. Okay, I need to jump out because it's past. Now, if I didn't get to you, Angela, in answer to your question, we need to get some cat flu. So that'll explain this. But is there coughing with cat flu? Would that make sense? Maybe the coughing's part of that. I thought you might have something stuck. But cat flu makes sense. Cat flu can make them really, really sick. Look, I would say with the dreaming card, you know, make sure that you get the animal fully treated. Because, you know, for me, the dreaming can be a couple of things, because it is sort of, you know, in the other realm. It's not 3D for me. It is 5D, you know, dreaming. So, you know, definitely make sure that the cat stops the coughing. And I am feeling around the lungs and that sort of thing, the breathing especially, and the throat. So if there is some coughing and that sort of thing, just make sure that the vets are, you know, we've got the antibiotics or we've got the whatever. Make sure it is fully treated. And if you're not fully satisfied, get some more information. Certainly passed into now that indicates you've got more than one opinion. But yeah, I asked about the x-ray because I was just worried that there might be something caught. But if the cat's got cat flu, it's probably coughing and that sort of thing from that as well. So just make sure. Yes, yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, Angela, I know the feeling, hum. We have a little sick dog that's got a lot of allergies, and so I really get that. Now, I did miss a few people this week, but definitely come back same time next week, and or like my page and connect if you want to connect one-on-one and do some readings or healings or that sort of thing. And I will stay online and answer your questions as well. So good night. And Angela, best of luck with your beautiful cat. You're a great owner, and more animals need you. So thank you. And yeah, I bet. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye.